welcome to the live stream. What we are looking at here, first off, let's check. I think Trump was supposed to speak, but that's at 9 p.m. All right. Already what I'm noticing right here is we have our dead box right here, okay? So if we drop down, this could be our reversal point. We do have our consolidation, and we would see this here holding the VWAP. Holding VWAP here, but we are in consolidation period right here. This could be the reversal. We had our dead box up here yesterday. Breaking from, let's get rid of all this. We came up, touched the 50 yesterday. We're continuing below the 50, okay? We also have this area here. But as you notice, we have our wick there, all right? I'm not too fond of trading with that wick. If I were to take a dead box, I would like it to be this one, okay? So what would I look at if this is our reversal point here? We can have this. I can already tell right now we're holding the 1 standard deviation. Yep, okay. So to be long today, I would need to see a rejection from this level, okay? New York VWAP opening. A rejection somewhere down here. New York VWAP opening. Chopping below it, okay? And then a push up, a return to it, and continue higher. And we'll have this come down like so, like this. This is going to be orange. And it would look something like this. Coming through here. And we'd like to ride New York VWAP up to here with a long position looking like this. Okay, now why are we bullish? Well, because right now, so far, we are ranging. We tried to break through this area here. We did not establish a down move quite yet. We do have this area here that's continuing to hold. If we look at the 1 hour, we've been selling above it. Our rules for the day are: we're not buying the New York breakout because we're in a ranging market condition. We're not fading the New York VWAP with a break of 1 standard deviation. We're not adding size after a loss, and we're not going to close a trade immediately and re-enter right after. So we're going to follow those rules today. Let's look for something like this to occur. Again, we're basing it off of our 4-hour close below this level here that trapped shorts. as you can see right now, we are below the 50-day, the 5-day, and the 20-day. See if we get that bounce that we were looking for at this area. We are above New York VWAP. So let's not force our bias on the market. What it's telling us at this point is we are no longer holding the area. Buyers are no longer in control of this VWAP from this reversal point. We're breaking lower. And we can expect that because we are below the 5-day, below the 50-day, below the 20-day. So we can expect lower prices. Trying to buy right now is not the best case scenario, okay? It's not part of my trade because we're not buying the New York breakout. So would I want to long in this level if we ended up reversing? Maybe buyers are going to defend this area here. But then again, we had broken this VWAP and became range bound. So if we throw this up here again, we can see we'll probably make our way down a -2 standard deviation today. All right, how are we going to get into that trade? Well, we're going to have New York VWAP, wherever it went. We're holding -1 standard deviation. We might look for a pop up here above VWAP. So we had a target in mind because in the moment we were being told that the VWAP was going higher. Now what I'm seeing is we might come to this standard deviation but break through that because people are looking at this as support and make our way to -2 standard deviation. And while we're below New York VWAP, overextended right now, I would like a consolidation period. Some chop above here, chop below here, chop here, and then continue lower to -2 standard deviation. Again, you can clearly see on the 4-hour the body closures below this key important level here. Even this area here, body closures. We had our 30-minute dead box here, just like yesterday on the 5-minute chart. You can see before that push lower yesterday, if we were looking at these candlesticks here, we have, if you're looking at this box, the bodies closing above this level here before I push lower. Same way with this 30-minute. Bodies above this level. We just had to be cognizant of the fact that right now buyers were in control. So at this point here, we're not looking for the breakout short. We really haven't gotten any consolidation yet. We've just had straight candles down. So I don't feel like it's the best idea to buy or sell at the tap of VWAP. Now this goes into don't buy the New York Open or the breakout. Yesterday, you can see here we had flat 20-day, flat 10-day, flat 5-day, pushing into the 50-day moving average. Now we're below all of it. So this could be a trending day, which might be a good day to buy the breakout. That would have been a good immediate test here once we decided that we were going to push lower below this VWAP here, anchor that there, and sell from here, okay? And that's something that you just have to test and see. And the trade would look like this, okay? Down to 25.578, 25.578. Is that right? 24.568. About here. But we're not in this trade. Again, we're not looking for the tap above here. Aggressive push above VWAP. Wait for the candle closure. So what is the market telling me right now? Sticking to rules, okay? We're gonna continue to lay this out. We're gonna do this. What is All right. Or you can. Okay. What is the market showing? So far, we have failed to push lower. Also, we broke New York VWAP to the upside. With aggression. We got some steam going here. Reverting back to VWAP, to higher time frame, ranging a VWAP. Okay. So we're seeing all of this, which is showing bullish price action. Okay. Now, we can fade the extremes, okay? But that breaks our other rule, which is do not fade New York VWAP. So we're above New York VWAP here. We're extremely bullish. This could have been the fake here. If we look at the 5-minute, we have our body closure below here. But we are under, what are we under? 5-day. We're above the 10-day now. And the 50-day. I mean, if you look at this chart right here, just down pressure. Why are we going to buy into that? crazy buyers stepping up. The trade we're looking for that will check all of our boxes is a pop under the -1 standard deviation, because if we revert back to the VWAP here, probably price is just going to consolidate for the rest of the day. So the pullback that we're looking for is going to be under this -1 deviation band. That aligns us with New York VWAP. That aligns us with the breaking of this down close here, or the VWAP that broke the morning VWAP. Remember, if we got something like this, we would have been mega bullish. If we got something like this, mega bullish from this point, but we didn't. We got a massive dump down and a massive V shape up. Massive down, massive V shape. This is going to flatten out a little bit. Then we're going to take the pop below here. Something like this maybe. So at this point, we're looking for shorts, but we're not chasing the New York breakout, right? Down here in the 30-minute chart, expecting us to travel to -2 standard deviation, we got a mean reversal up here. This is just looking like a massive day. We can get the pop above the 50-day moving average. Now the question is, how deep or how shallow are you with your pullback? This is overextended, so this is going to be a base hit kind of trade right here. Low size, talking 2 micro contracts. I want to see this candle close. Maybe a swept low here. There we go. You got to be patient here. Even if we get this big run up above this, we might be being too patient at this point. We'll go ahead. About being patient here. About being patient. Don't want to jump the gun. Want to get a trap. Sellers are waiting for confirmation at this point. We'll buy on a down closed candle. Might get this pop already. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Okay, those longs are getting scared out at this point. Their stops are going to be somewhere in this area. ES still fighting that 20-day. Dead box on the ES. Okay, if we've established a dead box here, okay, and we're now switching biases, what is the market telling us right now? Okay, so far we are continuing to be bullish, all right? We are not fading, okay, this is in my book here, we are not fading the New York VWAP with a break of 1 standard deviation. Just because we have a dead box and we're holding the 20-day moving average on ES does not mean, and that we could revert lower to 2 standard deviations, we are not taking this break of the, let's go ahead and type this out, rule. Okay. My OBS disconnected. Wait till this level, trade the break below, okay? We're gonna wait for this. All the people who got long here, break below. Like that, okay? Taking a short position here. Like so. Now, if this was the consolidation, okay, stage 3 distribution, we'll take our short here or nowhere at all. And I can already see this looks a lot like, what day was it? Was it this day? Taking this run up here. We're not taking stabs. Take a look at standard deviation here. Target is -2 right here. Yesterday we ran up and took the high. Got to be cognizant of that. We also have to be cognizant of the fact that we could break from here. If we get this break below the standard deviation band, it's going to look like this. And -1 is going to run. Why is that so? -1 is going to run. This one's going to look like this. And we're going to get this movement up here. That's going to look like this. And this is where the short position is going to take place. Why are we not taking the short right now? Because we're above New York VWAP. Okay, we've just now broken the reversal VWAP, right? Look how we're going to get that standard deviation run, and we're going to get that reversal up like this. And it's going to wear them out. It's going to wear everybody out. And this is going to be the greater consolidation for the push lower. We might miss it. But the thing is, we didn't get trapped up here trying to buy up here in this area, okay? This could have been a good short. It's a little aggressive. I've been taking too many aggressive trades. It's time to step back now and manage risk. Look how we're drawing this. Because you don't get to just all of a sudden flip-flop your position and finally make your money back, okay? It's not going to be like, okay, now we've decided that they're trapped up there. That means that we're just going to go lower now and I can set my stop here with a free trade. No, we're going to chop around. Completely forgot that this was just drawn. Haha. We're breaking it. Okay. We're not selling. We're being patient. We want this pullback here. We want this pullback in this pocket. But what are we setting up to do right now? We're setting up to fade New York VWAP. So this is not the best trade, okay? However, we broke the reversal point. The fade would have worked up here. It's too high risk. We're selling one here with our stop above here, and we're going for a base hit. This is a base hit day. Okay, why are we taking this trade here? If we remove all of the drawings, we had stage 1 accumulation, stage 2 markup, stage 3 distribution. Now we're entering stage 4, which should be decline. That does not mean that we're just looking to fade every single push higher, but what happened was we held -1 standard deviation so aggressively hard and we failed to hold it. At this point we broke below it, okay? What did we do? We anchored a VWAP to this point here that broke standard 1 deviation, okay? We were looking to buy in this area, but we started aggressively selling off. So notice we're holding VWAP, holding VWAP. We're holding that VWAP one more time. However, we are fading New York VWAP, which is going to cause the consolidation, which is why I had my trade over here. But if you take a look at ES, what happens at VWAP? We break through it and hold it, break through it, chop, 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 make our way, chop, chop, chop. We are now below the 5-day, the 20-day, the 50-day with a crazy expansion higher, okay? And if you look at this here, we have our dead box on the 5-minute. That's what I was watching for. While everyone was getting greedy up in that trade, while we were continuing to push higher, we created a dead box here. That does not mean short because we can continue from that. Alright, now let's go back to my drawings for a few seconds. If it'll let me. Okay, right here. As you notice, I showed the slow grind up, and I even put my lines here coming towards this high here, coming close to the high. This should be the high. I don't expect this one to get swept. However, now that we've made this one, I would expect one of them to get swept as I drawn. And if we sweep this one, these will now be equal highs. That will in turn get swept. If I extend this over, if I can draw it to here, I would expect these to get swept now to then continue us lower. However, if we get a close above this level here with a candle that doesn't sweep these, and there you go. That's what happens when you fake VWAP. Just gotta drill it into my head a couple more times. Here's our 2-minute close. What can we do to better ourselves? Not re-enter immediately. So we're not going to. We're gonna have to wait for 1, 2, 3 candles to close before we can re-enter. Is the new rule. 1, 2, 3. This would have to be a violent down close candle here. There we go. That's exactly what I had just drawn, our 3-minute dead box right here. And it occurs above these highs right here. We're not looking at the 1-minute candles with the wicks, okay? That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the 3-minute dead box above these highs here, okay? And why I didn't take the 2-minute. Let's talk about why I wasn't looking at the 2-minute, okay? Because you can see here this candle closed and we had another candle closure. So the dead box is drawn on the 3-minute, where at these highs from the bodies, we have the candle closure at this point here, okay? If we break below this level here, my stop's going to go to above 50%, and we'll be at about $30 risk. For 500, why are we targeting 500? You can notice that we have came to VWAP here, where we probably going to return to, most likely -2 standard deviation right here. Why are we more likely bearish? We have broken below the 5-day, the 20-day, or below the 50-day. Things I did in this trade, I did not take the short up here, having to withstand all of this, okay? Because I wasn't taking the short straight off of 1 standard deviation break. I allowed price to play down. We broke the reversal point here. We had some chop, okay? Anybody who realizes that we're going down now, we might have some accumulation, okay? This is our dead box fake out. We might have some accumulation, push higher, might sweep the high. Understood. I entered with very small size because this was not an AAA plus setup, because again we are holding New York VWAP. All right. Small size. What else did I do to be 1% better today? I did not close a trade and immediately re-enter. As you can see, I drew 1, 2, 3 candles. After the closures of those, I got more confirmation of our dead box. Have my stop at the high in case we want to return here to grab some liquidity. And if we get stopped out, we're down 150 on the day. But at this point here, I need to go shower. So I'll leave my trade and we'll see how this pans out when I get back.